my fellow chipmunks. It's Allure Gonzalez, aka Chipmunk Speaks TM, and today I want to make a shout out to all of the veterans past and present who are serving my country. Thank you for your service, and for those of us who are graduating basic training, good luck. With that said, let's begin. Every May, the United States observes National Military Appreciation Month, a time set aside to honor the men and women who have served or are currently serving in the armed forces. Through various commemorative days such as Memorial Day, Armed Forces Day, and Military Spouse Appreciation Day, the nation acknowledges the sacrifices made in the name of freedom and national security. However, beyond the ceremonies and celebrations lies a critical issue that demands equal attention: the mental health of military personnel and veterans. The courage of a soldier is often defined by the battles they fight on the battlefield, but for many, the most enduring battle begins after the war ends, or even during quiet moments in service. While physical injuries are visible and often promptly treated, mental health struggles are less seen, less spoken about, and tragically often overlooked. For both active duty soldiers and veterans, mental health awareness is not only a matter of care, it is a matter of life and death. Military service can impose an intense psychological toll. Exposure to combat, prolonged periods away from family, and the rigors of military life often leave lasting emotional scars. These can manifest as PTSD, depression, anxiety, or substance use disorders. Even in peacetime, the high-pressure environment can significantly affect a service member's mental well-being. Mental health issues in the military often go unrecognized or unacknowledged. According to the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, approximately 11 to 20% of veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan experience PTSD each year. Additionally, the suicide rate among veterans is alarmingly high, often exceeding that of the general population. This silent epidemic is not only a public health issue, but a moral imperative. Despite the prevalence of mental health challenges, a strong stigma still exists within military culture. Many service members fear that seeking help may damage their careers or reputations. This culture of silence can prevent early intervention, allowing issues to fester until they reach a crisis point. Addressing this stigma is a vital part of improving outcomes for military personnel. National Military Appreciation Month offers a unique opportunity to not only honor service, but to raise awareness of the psychological battles many face along after their deployment ends. During this month, public discourse often centers on respect, sacrifice, and service, but integrating mental health advocacy into these conversations is essential to truly honor those who have served. Recognizing mental health challenges is also a way of seeing the humanity behind the uniform. Veterans and active duty personnel are not just symbols of courage, they are individuals with emotions, fears, and vulnerabilities. By validating their struggles, society sends a powerful message that their well-being is just as important as their service. Military families also experience emotional strain. Exposed spouses often carry the burden of caregiving, while children may deal with the psychological impact of having a parent deployed or injured. Mental health support must extend to the entire military family, as their well-being directly influences the stability and recovery of the service member. In recent years, there has been progress in how the U.S. government addresses veterans' mental health, such as expanding services through the Department of Veterans Affairs and initiatives like the Veterans Crisis Line. However, barriers remain, including long wait times, bureaucratic hurdles, and inadequate access to rural areas. Stronger policies and greater funding are needed to close the gaps. Local communities, nonprofits, and even workplaces can also play a crucial role. Programs that provide peer support, mental health first aid training, and employment assistance can empower veterans to seek help and rebuild their lives. When communities rally around their veterans, they help destigmatize mental health care and create a safety net. Public education during National Military Appreciation Month can be a game changer. Schools, media outlets, and influencers can highlight stories of resilience, recovery, and hope. By humanizing the conversation around mental health and military service, society can foster greater empathy and understanding. True appreciation involves more than gratitude, it involves commitment. A country that values its military must invest their well-being, both during and after service. This includes mental health care, job training, education, and accessible housing. Action, not just acknowledgement, shows real respect for our military community. In conclusion, as we honor our armed forces this May, let us not forget the invisible battles they often face. National Military Appreciation Month is a time to reflect, recognize, and most importantly, respond. By prioritizing mental health alongside military service, we can ensure that our gratitude is meaningful and that those who serve are not only remembered, but healed and supported. Thank you for listening to my podcast. If you like this podcast, please like and subscribe and leave a comment below for more content. Thank you. Have a nice evening, morning, and afternoon.